You got the mad professor in the boot.
Yeah, shout out to Orlando. Always here, ready to do something.
Yeah, as you know, as we always do about
And while I'm
That's
about to
right.
say, while we wait for the man on the street to get his ass back because he don't have a remote for his television.
I got a remote for my television, man, but it's always my damn chair. But y'all know how you always
What
start
good
that
does that do?
podcast off. I
Right,
don't know.
right.
Hey, at least you are.
I got Kool-Aid but no sugar. You know
Yeah,
what
that's
I mean?
right. But y'all know how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brother, how was the day? So, Matt Professor, how was your day, my brother?
Man, I spent my day trying to clean up and then sat down to take a break and then get my ass back up again.
You said what? An insect.
No, I was trying to clean up today, then I sat down to take a break, and then I didn't get up again until we was about to come on, and that's been like since 1 o'clock. So
man, I dig
long ass
that.
break.
Yeah,
Hey,
I got that, man. I'm not mad at you, boy. I wish I could do that as well.
Yeah, I am because
Sit
I wanted
down.
to break that long.
Yeah. I got you. On that note, Farrell, how was your day?
Me? Talk about me?
Yeah,
That's
Farrell.
what he said, Pharaoh.
Man, I had to go to work, man. Hell, my day sucks, son. Like, I'm tired of working, Chuck.
Yeah. Well,
Me
join
too.
the club.
Tired of working. Hey, I'm what? Wait, man, you got what? A couple months, maybe?
Yeah. I decided to do it, and I'm thinking real strong about it, though. But
Yeah, but other than that, man, everything's good. I was reminiscing over my weekend. Had to go down to Florida. So I went on Google Maps. Just so y'all know a little bit. I went on Google Maps. The home was still there at the Air Force Base on Google Maps. Little did I know when I pulled up to the home when I got down there, the hurricane wiped that bitch off the map. It ain't nothing there no more. It's just a concrete slab. The tree was leaning over. It looked like The Last of Us. You know how shit growing on the road and everything.
Yeah.
And also ready to get arrested if I'm supposed to be back there or not. So, but it was still reminiscing. So the kids kind of saw everything. Well, Jay and Lex. So it was a nice little trip.
Yeah, it's a nice little trip under the circumstances.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Tim Dog, how was your day, my brother?
Man, my day was pretty good. I had some fellas. I want to shout out to Tremaine and Alex making paper. Sorry you weren't making paper when you was helping me. I had some fellas help me out move the TV from bedroom to another room because my wife, she likes Roku and the television wasn't a smart TV and everything. She got frustrated with it. She was like, I want that TV that's in the other room. So she been saying it for a couple
Is that how
weeks.
she sound?
Yeah, boy. That's how it sound to me.
Somebody go to the doghouse.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but Tim Dog, why didn't you just go buy a Roku stick?
No, we had the Roku stick. The television wasn't compatible because it was so damn old.
Oh, okay. All right.
That nigga had a floor model still.
Back.
Yeah,
Oh, baby. Back.
Yeah, Tim got the RCA. The RCA, boy.
Damn. God damn.
Ooh, I hate RCA
The
too, boy.
TV component set.
No, don't hate on RCA. Back in the
They
day
still
when
make-
I got
but-
married, they had a pretty decent set.
With
They
the
still make
Magnavox.
RCA TVs though, man. They still make them bad, just hard to find, man. But yeah, Tim, they're gonna understand what you talk about. Of
Yeah, I
course.
just want to say thanks and give out the shout outs to them fellas because they really helped the brother out because I'm handicapped. So
Yeah. Like I tell people, man, when I see people still got those black girls TVs, I say, man, you gotta get you some white girl TVs.
You
What
still,
you talking about, man? Flat in the back.
you
There you
Okay,
go.
that's what I'm talking about.
6 o'clock, straight up, straight down,
That's
ironing
right.
board backside
Get
habit.
rid of the goddamn black girl TVs. Hey, Shanta, how was your day, my brother?
Can't call it, man. Good day. As y'all know, summer is daggone 3 weeks away still, but it's in the 90s like a mug, and I love it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
can't
That's too
complain.
hot now.
Yeah, man. I understand that, man. Yeah, this heat is something else, man. As for me, man, I need to cut my grass. It's raining. My
Me
grass look like a goddamn. I'm living in the forest, man. I cleaned my goddamn flower bed out, didn't put nothing down. Now I got to clean that bitch out again. I got another forest growing in that bitch. I like, God, dang.
We got falling the weeds.
I
Yeah.
feel
Like,
I
feel like-
hands
I
in the
feel
weeds.
like
Go.
I feel like when it come to grass, I feel like I do about them kids.
Yeah, fuck that.
Hey man,
That's why.
I think we need to get our money back for the company that makes those liners that go under the rock.
Yeah, that shit don't
Yeah.
work.
It don't
I
work.
want my money back.
No,
Yeah,
what you need to do, here's what you do. When you talking about that black thing that you put down to keep the
They
weeds down,
work.
Yeah.
spray it with weed killer,
Yep.
once you put it down, and the weeds won't grow.
It's too late now.
Yeah, it's too late now. So, but
Why
yeah,
too late?
They
Yeah.
had it for like 4 or 5
It's
years.
yeah. That's what it is, man. But
Too
yeah,
late.
it's too late now. Now I got a forest. I got to dig out again. Damn. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all welcome to the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Yeah, y'all thought this was I guess the gardening channel, but nope, it's a sports show. We about to get into it, man, because the NBA playoff is going on, and now they're to the Eastern and the Western Conference Finals. They see who play in the actual championship games.
There will be 7 different champions over a 7-year span for the first time in NBA history. With Boston dethroned, we'll have a team winning the Larry O'Brien Trophy in 2025 that's different than Beantown. And the last dynastic run came from the Bay Area when the Warriors teams won 3 of 4 in the mid-late 2010s and, of course, a 4th in 2022. With the Thunder beating the Nuggets on Sunday means we'll get a new champ in the association this season. And other than the Knicks, the other 3 teams haven't won an NBA title in their current state. Thunder moved to OKC from Seattle 2008. Supersonics did win the 1979 championship. As we continue the conversation here, the Thunder and T-Wolves begin the Western Conference Finals Tuesday night in Oklahoma City. Knicks will host the Pacers Wednesday night at the Garden to begin the Eastern Conference Finals.
As we know, they already started the game last night. But before we get into that, Matt Professor, I'm going to ask you about what they said at the beginning, saying that this would be the first time that in 7 years that there would be a different team. So there's no team that won the championship, like the Lakers, the Boston Celtics. Now this is the first time in 7 years. Well, when you hear that stat, does it seem like the NBA now balanced than it was before, in your thoughts? In your opinion?
Yeah, that's always been the issue with the NBA is the legacy programs always getting back into the playoffs and into the finals, and people were getting tired of it. I believe that's part of the reason why the ratings had been down for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
I'm happy about this, and I'll be honest, I missed most of the game yesterday because I'd forgotten it was coming on. But yeah, most people want to see parity. You want to think that your team has a shot, even if you're a 76ers fan.
Oh, see. We ain't
Jab,
got
jab, jab.
we can't get out the second round. So I know we ain't got no goddamn.
Well, shit, we don't get in, so
gotcha. Pharaoh King, man. But with that stat saying that, this will be the first time in 7 years that they're gonna have a different champ than what we used to. That in same question, does it seem as though that the NBA now is balanced on both sides of the coast?
I won't say it's balanced. I would say more that free agency has really shown what free agency is about, is to give teams that didn't have a chance before to have a chance now to win a championship. There's no how you say it
Dynasties.
Yeah, there's no dynasties really anymore. I mean, you did have the Golden State Warriors for a little bit there. I do put a little asterisk next to the 2020, Lakers, the bubble win. I got to put an asterisk on that one.
Nobody asked you about that.
But with that being said, I do like it. I wish the NFL would have something like that, because the Patriots ruined that for about 20 years, man.
Yeah, I guess
we need to have that.
Shots to your thoughts, man.
Well, I mean, Detroit Lions shot themselves in the foot this last season, but still, But yeah, I like it.
I got you.
I will say it's as balanced as I've seen it since I've been watching basketball as far as championships go. It's nice to see, because when you get into that continuous Lakers, Celtics, Golden State, Cleveland, you know what I'm saying, the same teams over and over, then certain people start like, okay, the teams is stacked and it's not exciting. But now the NBA, this is the one bright spot they do have that it's been.
I'm glad to say that too.
Yes, it's the one bright spot they do.
One bright spot, yes.
Have different teams, so now the fan base for the NBA has an opportunity to go ahead and expand and draw more fans in. How they're gonna do, if they're gonna, what they do next to go ahead and build on that, that's gonna be on the NBA GMs and the commissioner. But yeah, it's nice to see, bro.
Yeah. Oh, look at Juan. See, the comments real small though. Just like Juan.
Damn, Juan.
Just
Hey,
like
man.
Juan.
I know this. I know this. We talking about basketball, man. Let me tell you
Manual.
what Juan did to me today, man. Talking
Oh,
about
Oh shit.
There you go,
oh, you
Juan. I'm-
froze him.
yeah. Who froze the kid? Yeah, see what okay? See, talking shit.
uh-oh.
Don't you don't be talking
man,
about
trash
that.
in
Juan
there.
ain't having it.
We ain't hear shit you said.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you froze. You
Oh
keep
man,
freezing.
listen. Okay, so Juan, he came to me. He said, we was talking about like Black history and Mexican history and stuff. And he said, hey, Mr. King, he said, when you joined the army, which side did you join, the Confederate or the Union?
Oh,
What the fuck?
Mother. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Man,
Juan.
he hit me below the belt, man. I ain't had no combat.
Bro.
We got you.
Ah,
Juan.
damn.
The Mexican American War.
I thought we was cool because I
I
had
got
mentioned that there was blacks on the Confederate side too, and so
Yeah.
that's when he asked that question.
I got you. I got you, Juan. I got you.
Consigned,
But, dog,
consigned blacks.
I got you. Getting back to the matter.
Well,
at hand.
Louisiana had it, so
Yeah, getting back to the matter ahead. Tim Dog, your thoughts, man. Has the NBA became balanced because, like the young man said, that there won't be a back-to-back champion or the same teams going back, to win the championship. Now we got new blood in there, 7 seasons that
Yep.
they're in a different team. So
Right.
never happened before.
your thoughts?
My thoughts on that is, I mean, that's what everyone wants anyway. I mean, regardless of how you feel about a certain team, you want other teams to win. And it's been a long time since the team won back to back. I think Golden State was the last one. So I don't know what everybody talking about. Oh, the NBA sucks. Last 7 seasons has been a different team winning the championship. And now the teams are getting younger and gunner. And I won't be surprised if Orlando won't be up in that, and Detroit won't be up in the mix next year. And it's nice for the NBA. You got the changing of the guard. That's what I call it.
Yeah, I don't think that we saying that it sucks, but it's the brand of ball that they're playing that
Right.
we're not used to seeing that the style of play. Now, if you talk to younger players,
Now we talking
they love it.
synonyms. All right. I
yeah,
understand.
no, they love it because that's the style of play that they actually play. Now, moving on to to the playoffs. My first question, I'm coming back to you, man, Professor, is this. Now, what did the Oklahoma Thunder show you in their defeat of the Nuggets and their first game win over the Timberwolves last night?
Well, first, I'm sorry, this is a little thing for me. You have the wrong there in your
Okay.
Chiron. But anyway,
Okay. Well, I'm about to correct it right now, motherfucker.
You got corrected
Go ahead.
already, motherfucker.
but what they show you is what we've all said when the playoffs begin is they're a dangerous team.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
and there's almost no lead safe with these guys because they're gonna they're gonna lull you into playing their brand of basketball, which not every team can play.
Yes.
And I mean, and as much as I didn't want to give the young man his due, Chet Holmgren has been a beast in in the last series. He was an absolute animal. This series, he started off slow yesterday, like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did, but they both started coming alive in the third quarter, which is when I turned the game on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they, like I said, they're just showing they're built properly. They play team ball, which a lot of teams don't, and
Yeah.
they're ready for almost any challenge.
Yeah, and especially against Denver, because when I was watching that game, Denver was up. I was like, oh, these boys about to get blowed out. But they came back and they won the game. But then that game last night, the young guns, like you said, they came out and they performed. Shotzer, your thoughts on the Thunder's beating the Denver Nuggets, championship built team, and of course that impressive win against the Warriors, against the Timberwolves last night.
Oh, it was that game against the Nuggets, man. It was basically Oklahoma just as a team. They basically said, ain't no way they're going to beat us on our home floor. That's the attitude they had in that game when they came back. I was like, these boys are like, they for real. Where did Chet Holmgren go to school? Gonzaga?
I forget, honestly.
All
I remember is he was a high pick that people were questioning at first.
Yeah, because he got hurt.
And I was one of those people questioning because when he was playing in college, I was like, yeah, man, he need to put some meat on his bones. But the coach that they have I can see in the maturity on Oklahoma how he spreads the ball out. Every single body on that team knows their role.
Yeah.
They know their role, and they're satisfied in their role. That's what makes them dangerous. Chet Holmgren don't do none of that stuff he was doing in college. You know, he was trying to dribble and shoot. He goes down low and he plays his position.
Yep.
He lets SGA go ahead and exploit the middle of the floor with that jump shot. And if it's not there, there's always somebody on the left side of the perimeter or the right side or the top of the key. But either way, those things are interchangeable. And with Jalen running free to the hole, it confuses a lot of teams. So I'm very impressed in how they're playing ball. As for their win last night, bruh, I like Ant, and I think Ant the man and all that, but Rudolph is gonna have to do something different. I don't know what he's gonna do.
He need to find a fountain of youth. That's what it is.
I say that as well. When I was talking to one of my friends last night, I celebrated his son's birthday party. My man Cody. We talked about it, and I told him for Minnesota to win, Rudy Gobert got to be that guy because he's that rim protector.
Yes.
But last night he didn't give them anything. So Tim Dog, what are your thoughts on the Thunder? They went over Denver, and of course that excellent win that they beat the Timberwolves last night. What, almost by 40, ain't it? Damn near.
Yeah.
What was it?
Damn near.
But yeah, they just gave up.
All I can say is defense leads to offense. Who would ever think that Caruso, his little ass, sitting up there and guarding, the Joker. The Joker. I mean, come on now. And he was giving them the business, although he was fouling the hell out of them, but they let him play on. So, but
yeah,
that's their mentality. They always say they don't care. They were at home and they had the mentality that no one's going to beat us. And then last night, it was like two different halves for Minnesota. One half, they were doing good because they were up by 4 at halftime. But that second half, they were still in the locker room.
They were still in the locker room.
Didn't score at all in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were still in the locker room, but I guess the better team did win. I mean, the Oklahoma Thunder, they showing that, Matt Professor said it earlier, that they're built to be behind and to make that comeback. Some teams, they give up. But if you look at that young team, that they don't know the word meaning of, bless you, meaning of giving up. Pharaoh King, your thoughts on Oklahoma Thunder beating the Denver Nuggets and, of course, that great win against the Timberwolves last night?
Well, like what everybody else has said, they're defensively, they're pretty good. I like the way they play their defense. And like I said, people forget they have a really good mid range game.
Yeah,
a lot of teams don't have a good mid range game. Everybody they go either if they're not dunking, they're freaking trying to shoot threes. They have mixed it up to where they can do both, and I believe that is their secret sauce in winning these games. A lot of people they stop. They're good in the first half making the threes, but they sound tired. Their legs is tired. They chunking up threes in the third and fourth quarter, and they missing them. Well, they have a good mid-range game, and that keeps them afloat in the game. So, and then you go to the fourth quarter when everybody's really tired. Your mid-range game is what pans out, and then they can go down low. So, what I saw last night was what I thought was when they finished off Nuggets, and then, like you said, Jokic is out there shooting threes, man. You're 8 foot tall, man. Get your ass under the rim. I don't understand why these 8 foot tall dudes is out shooting threes. So
listen,
Chet Holmgren, in his defense, like Shata was saying, in college he was handling the ball. Now he's in the
NBA. That was his role, though.
Yeah, but see, now in the NBA he does them both. Now he has the moves in the paint. That spin move he does. Woo! And
once again, though,
he's one of only a couple of big men who can dribble like that. AD is another.
I know. So you're taking somebody that has ball handles. You move him down where he can actually be effective around the rim. You're supposed to be dunking the ball at 7 foot, not shooting a goddamn three.
Yeah.
And we already know, 76ers problem. Like I said, man.
Yeah, shit. I say that as well, man. But Yeah,
But
say
no,
I'm-
it's all good, man. Like I said, I got the Thunder. I said at the beginning the Thunder was going to win it. I wanted Cleveland in there, but injuries and stuff. And like I said, Minnesota is there because they didn't have to play Curry. If Curry was in there, we wouldn't see Minnesota.
Mhm.
Yeah, I and that's leads to my next question there, Matt Professor. What does Minnesota has to do in game 2? Because I think they say Ant had hurt his ankle or something, but that I don't think he's gonna use that as an excuse.
Hold
It just
on.
seems as though
Shada had
Oh.
a comment on the last conversation.
Oh, go ahead, Sean.
I was just saying, just so you guys could know, Mike Malone, according to Mike Malone, he says that Shea SGA showed why he's the MVP last night, and I completely agree with him. And I don't see anybody right now
Well,
that
reports out.
It's already
Reports
already
out
got
that
it.
he's already that they've gave it that they awarded
Yeah.
it to him this earlier this evening.
Yeah,
Well,
they
they
got
just
about
give it to
well
him.
Deserved.
deserved.
Well deserved.
Yeah, and I think that they say that he should have won it last year or the year before last. One
Yeah,
of
he
them
should
years,
have. Yeah, he should have.
he had a great
But
year.
Jokic had a good year.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
congratulations to SGA for winning the MVP. But now we move on to the second game with Minnesota being in the hole. And of course, they say that Ant-Man, I think they say he twisted his ankle or something like that.
That's because he's
But-
wearing them sorry ass Adidas.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to use that as an excuse. So, Matt Professor, what do you see that the Timberwolves have to do to make the second game more competitive?
They've got to do what they did against the Lakers and go inside. Stop playing this stupid ass 3-point game. I mean, did they not watch the Celtics series?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what lost the Celtics their series. Stay from the outside because I'm sorry, not Celtics. I mean the Celtics lost their series shooting threes, but
Right.
the problem with Minnesota is they fall in love with the three when they're built for a mid-range inside game too. They're not made to shoot threes. In fact, I think if I remember right, they were one of the lowest percentage three-point shooting teams in the league this year,
Right.
and especially in the playoffs. So leave three-pointers alone and go inside the way that you're made to. Chet Holmgren is not a blocker. I mean, he's a decent blocker, but he's not really a blocker. He's a rebounder.
Yeah.
Right.
So go inside and play mid. Stop shooting outside.
Yeah. I guess what you said about Chet, he's not a rim protector, but you have to be careful when you go down there because he's able to block the shot or alter the shot. And
He did it
is that
last
what you're
night.
saying? Yeah.
But but that's not his game.
Game, no, exactly. Yeah, I'm totally agree with you on that. Shata, your thoughts? What does Minnesota have to do to get back into the series? Even though it's just 1-0, but they played like garbage last night. And of course, I don't want to say that they shot their load too early because they beat the Lakers. Because they beat the Lakers, he beat Steph Curry. I don't care.
Well, he
how
didn't
you-
beat Steph Curry. He
No,
didn't
I'm
beat
just.
Steph.
But he's on the
He didn't beat
team,
Steph.
so they still gonna
He
say he
only
beat
played
Steph
for
Curry.
three-quarters of a game.
So my thing is he starting to feel the pressure to produce, or you think he's gonna come out this second game and be the Ant-Man that we've been seeing for the last couple of series? Your opinion?
I mean, you said it just right. He has the
Fucking
okay.
moron.
The first game was in Oklahoma. They're supposed to win the first game. You see what I'm saying? I mean, most of us that watch the NBA, if you got home court advantage and you come to my home, you're expected to defend home court. You see what I'm saying? But now, I think people are going to be looking for is Ant-Man has quote unquote been labeled the giant killer. Okay. All right, cool. You went ahead and you spent all that energy beating the Lakers and Denver. Now you lost that first game. What you gonna do in that second game? Because I guarantee you right now, I'm calling it. If OKC wins this next game, it's gonna be a sweep.
I got you. I'm just gonna change some. He beat the Lakers and he beat
Lakers
Golden
and
State.
Golden State.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I got you, man. But that's what we're here for, man. And the same thing to you, Tim Dog. Now Ant-Man is not playing a bunch of old players. Oh, it's a bunch of young guns out there now.
I'm glad you said that.
That could run up and down the court. So what do he has to do for the Timberwolves to get back in this series? Because I believe, I said this before, I believe that, like Shada said, Ruda gonna be a integral part, but
Oh, that
the
man,
Timberwolves will go as far Ant-Man will carry them.
Ant-Man just need to take the game serious. He's out there showboating, smiling. Oh, this is what I'm waiting for. This is all my life and doing all that. But he's not thinking of the game. He's thinking of, the glory of the moment instead of concentrating on beating a team that was going to whoop his ass. I'm keeping it real. And old boy, what's his name? He came from New York.
Randolph.
Thank you.
I mean Randall, Julius Randall.
Julius Randall.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be the X factor. He started out good the first half, but then the second half they kind of like spotted on him. And Anthony Edwards, he just went on I'm gonna shoot a 3 contest to get us back in, and that wasn't what's happening. That's why he ain't scored shit in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
His ego got deflated. And to me, playing at this level, you can't sit there and have this ego that you can do it. SGA, you never see him, get out of character. He's always the same every game, every time. So to me, that's going to be the key. If Anthony Edwards can mature as a NBA player and not as an adult, because right now he's not playing like one.
I hear what you're saying, Tim Dog, but I'm just gonna push back a little bit because that's his game. That's how he played the entire time he's been in the league. So I don't think that he's trying to be somebody else. I think that he is focused on the game that he's playing. But the difference is he's not playing old Draymond Green. He's not playing an old Steph Curry. He's not playing an old LeBron James. He's not playing a terrible Luka.
Yeah, just like I said, he needs to
playing against the young guns that just as hungry as he is. And I think he's still going to smile, but he has to come to a point where that he's going to, I guess, make this game better. The second, he got to get his teammates better.
I don't think that it's. I'm not asking him to change his game because his game is what got him there. What I'm asking him to do is change his mindset of the game.
Okay.
And stop thinking about, I can do this. Because if y'all look, the second half, all he was doing is getting the ball, jumping, stopping at the top of the key and shooting. There was no plan or anything. It was a shoot a 3. And to me, that just shows in his mind that he thinks that he can win it back by himself.
Okay, I got you.
To me, he needs to change that. He needs to change, get Julius Randle involved, get Rudy Gobert involved, get everyone instead of just himself.
All right, Rios, take it easy, bro. Good luck at school.
Yeah, Farrell King, man. Your thoughts. What do they have to do to get back into game 2, the Timberwolves?
2 things. You guys keep talking about the Mamba mentality. That ain't worked out well for him. And then even the great Kobe Bryant left Adidas to win. So those are 2 things I think he needs to do is get a better mentality and leave Adidas, and he might be better. So no, seriously though, first of all, I would say that he's not going to be an Allen Iverson. He's not an Allen Iverson because he took the 76ers by himself basically, and then like I said, we talk about Rudolph. Julius Randle, his best years was with the Lakers. That's the reason the freaking Knicks got rid of him. You know what I mean?
No, he had a good season this year with Minnesota.
No. What I'm saying is the Julius Randle with the Lakers is probably the best we're gonna see of him because the Knicks got rid of him. Now, then Conference Western Finals, I applaud it, but I don't see where Julius Randle can be an X factor because we keep talking about Anthony Anderson. He has to play his
Anthony
game.
Anderson, he's a comedian.
Edwards.
What's his name?
Anthony Edwards.
Man, listen, man.
We here for you, dog.
Whatever his name is, man.
We here for you, dog.
We got you.
Obviously, he's not that much of a superstar. I can't remember the joker's name, man. So
I got you.
Oh, damn. That's not right.
And then Mike Conley, you got a 36-year-old Mike Conley on the court that's smacking his own players, giving them bloody noses. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think was for the Timberwolves to get back into it, I think Ant has to play his game, but he also have to get everybody involved. And I think that's probably one of the issues, because when things start to go south, I think he puts too much pressure on himself that he has to make every play, he has to make every shot.
Exactly.
There's four other people on the floor.
But where's the coach?
And that part as well.
Where's the coach?
You know,
Where's the coach saying, hey, you got to involve your play. We have a team game, we have a plan, and you out there just shooting the ball.
Can I ask a
Coach
question?
shut his ass down in the fourth quarter because he ain't had not 1 point.
Can I ask a question to that?
Go ahead, Shada.
So you saying coaching? Do y'all really think that the coaching in the NBA is a thing like it used to be?
I would say I would say yeah. I would say yeah, but it's how you take the coaching though. It's how you take the coaching. You know, hey, you could call all the plays, but if they don't go out and execute, ain't nothing the coach could do.
Rick Carlisle.
That's in my opinion.
That's why he's asking the question, because more often than not, players want to play in a system that highlights them rather than a system that would highlight the team game. And that's part of the problem, is coaching has changed, because as much as we all love Greg Popovich, his system wasn't going to work anymore.
Yeah.
And
that is true.
And one thing that I've been thinking about this whole time is, does this show that sometimes getting too much rest is a bad thing? I mean, remember, Minnesota just had 2 straight 4-1 series wins.
Yeah.
Whereas Oklahoma City Thunder's gone to at least 6 games with their series, and they have been hard fought series. But it's keeping iron sharpens iron. It's been keeping their asses sharp.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the question.
And it's something that you say.
The Matt Professor, I agree to a point, but I do believe that OKC, even say they did 4-1 series, I do believe, because of the way they coached and the way they built, that they would just keep the ball.
No doubt.
That's right, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry, their first series was 4-1.
The Pacers are being
4-0.
Yeah, but the Pacers are being coached, because you don't have a dominant superstar. I mean, Halliburton, he's a star, but he's not the superstar of the team that makes them win or lose. It's the coaching. And Detroit, they got out coached Memphis. So I'm
Memphis don't have a coach.
But it's something that you say.
They don't have one now.
It's something that you say before we move on to the Knicks and their round that they're about to go with the Pacers. John Silas said something, and they were talking about LeBron James being 6-10. 4-10 in championship. And he basically said that Michael Jordan played in a system. He played in a system that won 6 championships. Kobe Bryant played in the system, the triangle offense, because the system works. If you get a player that plays in the system, that goes back to coaching. They say that LeBron, even though LeBron James had played, but he was the system. And he said he probably been more successful, like with a Phil Jackson, because the triangle
allowed himself to be coached. Well,
that's right.
But I've been saying that about LeBron since he got in the league.
The triangle works. The triangle works, they made it work because of Tex Winters. I think that was the head coach that designed the triangle. So it goes back to coaching, like we said. If you listen to the coach, but the coach do have to have some type of pedigree, though. Because some of these coaches right now, I never heard of them.
JJ Redick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dennis Rodman, to you talk about John said, Dennis Rodman broke down the triangle, and he says, and he said how it worked. And at the end of the day, I mean, come on, Dennis Rodman, man, as crazy he is, he's a brain on the court.
Yeah, he's smart.
So
he's a brain. He probably was at Puffy party too. But let's
don't get mad that LeBron was there. Don't get mad that LeBron was there.
Hey, I wasn't there.
Man. Don't do that.
I got you. But we can move on.
Man, 47 was there.
Let's go ahead and move. Yeah, he was there. Well, he was at his. He had his.
No, he was with Epstein.
Hotels. But let's go ahead and move along to the Celtics, man. I'm coming to you first, Shata. How do you see? Goddamn, shit, Schroling. How do you see the Knicks win over the Celtics last week? And what do you expect in their first game against the Pacers tonight?
It's very hard to tell because the Knicks and the Pacers have a history. Y'all remember Reggie Jackson? I mean,
Reggie Miller. Man, y'all just calling anybody name out. Reggie Jackson. Anthony Anderson.
Let me go ahead and
Anderson Silva. Shit.
What?
I'm just calling that names like everybody else. Shit. Go ahead.
That just shows the significance of these people because we can't remember their names. That's all I
No,
know.
I don't remember their
There's
names,
no
but I was
clear
just trying
cut.
to. I was just trying to keep the party rolling on the same, you know.
I got you. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
But my
Hey.
thing is, I can't listen. I hated Reggie Miller from the minute they showed him on screen. So that's neither here nor there. But
Damn.
they basically like they have this history. You see what I'm saying? So that's gonna play a lot into this series. And the thing that I am afraid of with my Knicks is I love my Knicks and I'm proud of them. They're too they have too many lulls in the game where they go back and forth without scoring. I don't understand this. Go down, shoot a three, run back, get a ball, shoot another three. No, bro, you're already up 10 points. Why are you shooting a three?
I hate that.
You're up 10 points. Why are you shooting a three? And that's
I
the
hate
thing
that.
that's
How
the
you really
thing.
feel, man? We got you.
That's the thing that's going to defeat. That's going to make the Knicks lose the series. If they go out there and try to match three balls with the freaking daggone Pacers, they're going to lose.
Celtics.
Yeah,
Celtics
no,
are out, my dude. It's the
no,
Pacers.
No, I'm
Celtics
saying
out, it's the
Celtics. That's
Pacers
what
now.
Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the New York Knicks, if you look at if anybody that watch basketball, if you look at their squad, okay, if Cat plays the power forward and set a position like he's supposed to and leave it throws Josh Hart off when freaking daggone that big man's on the court. And Josh Hart is already struggling to even find his game. You see what I'm saying? When he hits that first shot, yeah. But when he hits the first shot, it might be too late. I'm scared of the fact that the Knicks are going to go out there and be overhyped and think they are all that and mess around and they're going to give the series away. That's what I'm afraid of.
I got you. And I'm going to change it up a little bit because I believe, some of us believe that if Tatum didn't get hurt, they probably would have pushed them to a 7-game series. I truly believe that. But with the Pacers, I totally agree with you, Shota. This is going to be their toughest test because they play in the Eastern Conference. They play each other all the damn time. And plus, you talked about the rivalry. You know, Spike Lee going to be there with his goddamn zoot suit on and his hat. And, of course, Reggie Miller going to be, I don't know if he's going to be broadcasting or whatnot. But the same question to you, Math Professor. What does the Knicks have to do to not be like Minnesota, even though I think the Knicks has home court advantage? Well, how do they need to come out? Because the Pacers, I didn't expect the Pacers to be this damn good. I'll be the first one to say that. But the Pacers had shown me that they had that grit. They had that grit to withstand anything that the Knicks threw at them the first 5 minutes. Your thoughts?
The Knicks, it's what I said in the beginning of the playoffs. The Knicks have to play Nick Ball and don't fall into the trap that Minnesota fell into yesterday playing OKC. Don't play the ball. Don't play the brand of ball that the Pacers want you to play. Play the brand of ball that got you where you are. Don't forget don't forget who you are. Don't forget what you do on the court. It's just like back in the day. Could you imagine the Bulls trying to shoot threes all goddamn day? They weren't built for it.
They weren't built for it. That's right.
They wasn't built for it. And every team nowadays, like we've said 1,001 fucking times on this podcast, every team thinks they're built like the Golden State Warriors when they don't have half the shooters. So stop. Don't play Pacer ball. Play Nick ball, and they should make this a series. Whether they win or not, I don't know, but play Nick ball.
Yeah. And I agree with you. They got to play the style of play that they've been playing. And like I said before, the head coach that they got, he's a defensive-minded coach. You know, defense makes your offense. I hate to say that. And that run and gun mentality, you saw what it did to Boston.
Right.
Somebody like 5 for 30 or whatever, and you could shoot yourself out of a game. So,
but man, on the street, to that point, just real quick, to that point, the Knicks have a bad habit also being a defensive team. Defense is supposed to create offense, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you play great defense and get the ball back, why the hell are you gonna go down and shoot a three?
Yeah,
You
well,
could go to the hole and get it there, go and one. There's more than one way to get a three.
yeah, I got you.
I'm,
And
I'm nervous, dog. I'm nervous.
and I don't think the Knicks won a championship since 1973. I think that's the last
Correct.
time they won it.
Yeah.
I think in 1973. So they
Man,
got a
Phil
longer
Jackson
drought.
on that team.
Yeah. Smoking a cigar in the goddamn locker room. But Pharaoh, the same question to you, man. The Knicks against the Pacers. I think this is gonna be the matchup that we want to see because,
Yeah.
like I say, the rivalry aspect of this series. So what does the Knicks have to do to get this game won, in your opinion?
Like Shada said, they need to play defense to set up offense, and do not rely on the three ball. A big body Bronson, as what he's being called. He just had to stay level headed. Halliburton would take the game over if they let him.
Yeah.
So that fourth quarter, they have to stay sharp. If not, Halliburton's going to take over because he's known to finish games. He's a finisher. So
yeah,
Yes,
you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And that's the thing I think with this Pacers team. The Pacers, they got something to prove because we all thought they wasn't supposed to be there anyway. I didn't see them boys beating Cleveland.
I think their seating kind of was messed up. I believe that's why we don't see what we're seeing now,
But I was expecting to beat Cleveland though. I don't give a damn.
Cleveland
from the beginning of the year, Cleveland was the best team in the East. I don't give a damn how you slice it. And for them to beat Cleveland the way that they beat Cleveland, it's a damn shocker.
Man,
So now,
you said it. This is a new season. It's postseason. It's a new season.
yeah, I got that, but that's what I'm saying. The Pacers, they were sneaking up on teams, but now the Knicks, they saw what they did to Cleveland, Tim Dog. So how can the Knicks not fall into that Cleveland trap? Because Cleveland got out of their game and played the Pacers game, and of course the Pacers came out on top. So what does the Knicks have to do to win this game, the first game tonight, in your opinion?
Well, to me, Cleveland got out coached. Once again, Rick Carlisle, Hall of Fame coach, he knew how to play his players. What's going to hurt the Knicks is the 7-man rotation, because in the Pacers, they got a bench. They go at least 9 deep, sometimes even 10, because everybody can shoot. So that is going to be determination. Another thing, Cat. Can Cat stay out of foul trouble? Can Cat shoot? Can Cat do what Cat got there to do? Because we all know, it's like rolling dice with him, rolling craps. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So, and to me, Brunson is going to, if Thibodeau runs just that 7-man front, Brunson's going to get burnt out. And what's that boy that come in there? To come in for McBride? Nah, he's no Brunson, and he comes in for Brunson, but Thibodeau needs to change his way of rotation. And he's a brilliant defender coach, but when it comes to the offense, he run his foot like Joe said, he run his players to the ground.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got to have that assistant coach to be that offensive mind coach, be a defensive mind, a mind coach. Before we move on to our next topic, I wanna talk shit to all these, not you, Shouter, not you, Joe, but I'm talking about all these pundits out there. When Jalen Brunson went to the Knicks, he's not gonna take us to no goddamn where. The Knicks just messed up. What were they thinking? But now you hear like Stephen A. Smith and all these others out there. Jalen Brunson, the best thing since sliced bread. Matt,
what I tell you about that, bro?
But I'm being honest though. What do you have to say to people like that? Oh, of course, he was garbage when we got him, but now, he done took us from. I remember the Knicks were the Knickerbockers, because that's what they was, Knickerbockers. Because you do like an old bunch of white women wearing old Knickerbockers back in the goddamn day, thought that shit was sexy. Now they're the Knicks. Now they're really sexy, But Jalen Brunson is the reason that got him there. What do you say to people like that, man, Professor?
My problem with pundits like that is they want to put their fandom into their analysis of a situation.
Boom!
And because you didn't want to like Jalen Brunson, you just saw the negatives around where he was coming from when a lot of the shit clearly wasn't on him. It's just like when Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers. The only reason I said it wouldn't work is because Russell Westbrook has to have the ball to play the game.
Yeah.
And with LeBron on that team, it's the same thing with Luka. They both have to have the ball. None of them are good off-ball players, offense or defense. So the point of fact is, Brunson, he was in a horrible situation where he came from. And once you get into it, where it's like you guys said with during football with Tua, once you find a coach that believes in what you're doing, you're gonna play as well as people think you should be able to.
Yeah. And the same thing, Shada. What do you say to pundits like that? Hey, you know, we didn't want him, but now we can't stop talking about him.
I don't have nothing to say because Matt Professor done killed it. Hey, that's like Jay-Z following DMX on stage. There's nothing to be said. No,
I got you.
He said it all.
What your thoughts, Sparrow?
Other than Bronson's hair, I mean, shit, man. Look, man.
That boy do got a head on it.
Good luck to the man, but I just can't get over that damn whatever that shit is on his head. But I believe he's playing well because of his father being, the coach. They give him opportunity to showcase. He's left-handed, so that already puts people at a disadvantage.
True.
And then, like I said, he's posting up with people that's about 6 inches taller than him, and they can't stop him. So he's shown what he's about. I mean, and he's the best player in the postseason.
I got you.
Name somebody's better than him in the postseason right now.
SGA.
Yeah, SGA.
No, that's because he has one game above him right now. But numbers right now say Brunson
he's the best player
is the best postseason player right now. So
and before I come to you, Tim Dog, one thing about Jalen Brunson, hey, I wish I had his hair. Shit. You can talk shit. I don't give a damn.
I understand when you got
wonder effect.
Yeah, all right.
I'll take his hair. So
y'all lucky Juan is in class.
I got you. So, Tim Dog, your thoughts on the pundits that was basically shitting on Jalen Brunson because the Knicks traded for him, but now they praising him. Oh, they can't stop praising him in his game. And I hate to say this, and I believe if he has a bad series, they're gonna go back shitting on him again.
Yep.
I hope every last one of y'all who talk shit now all of a sudden want to praise him. Y'all find some money missing in your ATM account.
God damn.
God damn, Tim Dog.
I hope somebody come and slash your tires.
Yeah.
I hope that somebody break your window.
Right, Joe. Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
that's ridiculous. I mean, and there were a lot of people who were just, the Knicks aren't going nowhere. I remember that. And when Brunson came over from Dallas, and Brunson, he handled it like a champ. He didn't say, he just went in there and did his job.
Yeah.
And that season was when he really showed off, and everybody was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right, but look who's talking. The people that really didn't have a good career, or Stephen A, who will average 1.4 points a game.
His name is not Stephen A.
And I think the Mad Professor said it best though. You let your fandom come into your critique of a player coming to your team, because as a fan, I probably say the same shit, as a fan. But if you're on television, you have to be able to put that aside, look at what he done. Mad Professor, you and everybody on the panel say that he came from a bad situation playing with Luka. You know what I'm saying? So
he was coming off the bench.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And usually that's how it is. Pharaoh best player, James Harden, he came off the bench. And now he can't get past what
I'm telling you.
Right again.
I mean, hey, I'm telling you, James Harden, when he was with the Thunder, he came off the bench, he kept the team level head. But when he became the star, he's a turnover machine.
Yeah, and that's why
depend on that man.
And that's why
I wish people would take politics the same way that they do their favorite sports team, like what we're talking about, and then maybe we would have a better government. But what you guys are saying is exactly how they pick these politicians, the way they be a fan of the sports team or whatever.
Yeah. So hopefully the Knicks will come in prepared.
It's going to do it though.
Yeah. Hopefully they come in prepared and don't take the Pacers lightly, because the Pacers, if they do take them lightly, I see the Pacers winning this series. Whoever wins game one, in my opinion, is going to win this series. But fellas, moving along. Oh shit, everybody's talking about this shit right here. I even did a video Oh man, can you top that white girl for me? Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, everybody talking about this Ryan Clark
Yeah.
response. And before we get to that, it all started because you know the foul on
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. But
Mhm.
then your boy, he had to say something, and this is what he said. He basically said that after watching Caitlin Clark flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue to lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, not some basketball rivalry hate either. Mad Professor, I'm gonna give you the first shot at that before we get into the video.
See,
Your thoughts.
this might go into a diatribe because this is what I was going to be mad about her later on today.
You got that right.
Say something.
My issue with RG3 putting his shit into it is when I saw it, I saw somebody. I watched that game live.
Yeah.
I saw somebody who was mad about a unnecessarily hard foul.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Not fucking hatred, because the two of them actually get along off the court.
Thank
And
you.
that's been proven time and time again. Angel don't hate that girl, just like Caitlin don't hate Angel. And here's the thing. It's people wanting to put race into it and play victimhood into shit where it doesn't fucking belong. And that's been my biggest issue. People like
Amen.
RG3 need to get the fuck over it, because the problem they have with is Caitlin Clark, as much of a amazing player as I think she is, she hasn't won a fucking thing. She puts up a lot. She gets a lot of stats. She does this. She does that. She's never won. So I'm getting so goddamn sick and tired of all the bullshit about this. Y'all, they trying to put in a rivalry where one exists, but they're trying to put more on it than there's there. Let the girls play ball, because 3 years ago, you motherfuckers didn't care about WNBA.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear the bullshit about you see hatred. Motherfucker, what you see hatred is when you're looking at your wife. That's when you see fucking hatred for the second fucking time.
Earl King, man, defend your ex-quarterback.
No, because I didn't like him as a quarterback. I don't care. I do not care. Robert Griffin has always been a clown to me.
Right.
So, and even when he had the rookie of the year, whatever the crap is, he wouldn't shut his mouth. I was saying this earlier today. Robert Griffin has been a clown since college. So, as good as a player he could have been, whenever he got that white woman that bought that car before he got his first paycheck, he was already in dumps with me. You come from a black household, so don't sit there and act like you don't understand what's happening here because you're playing to the masses because you bow down to the master. So just leave it alone, Robert Griffin. Go sit your braided ass down. I can't stand the man. I can't stand him because even when you see him, when you even see him when he was doing the combine thing, he's just a clown, man.
Yeah,
he's a clown. So he always talking about his wife anyway. That's the reason Ryan Clark said what he said. You always putting your wife out front.
Yeah.
And, and then you make yourself look bad by what you do. So your words mean nothing, Robert Griffin III. I'm not even call you RG3 because you don't deserve that.
Yeah,
you don't call your whole name.
And coming to you, Tim Dawg, and I think that's what a lot of people are basically the comment. How can you see hatred, Mad Professor? If you fire me hard like that, I'm gonna get up like that all the damn time.
Exactly.
It don't matter.
Exactly.
Just because Caitlin Clark doesn't do it, that doesn't mean that everybody else is not going to do it. So I think that's the part. So was his statement taken out of context? In your opinion, Tim Dawg?
I mean, he only put out one contact, so that was Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And to me, I don't know if he was high, drunk, or had his wife had a gun to his head, but why would you say that not knowing them?
Yeah.
And that's my problem with a lot of people talking about them too. And Mad Professor said it, they are better friends than they are enemies. Now, I'm not saying that they go out and eat dinner with each other, but they're very cordial and professional and like each other. And it's not them two creating the friction. It's the people on the outside who want to see friction, who want to see something happen so they can have something to talk about. And RG3, he has no right and no place to say anything because you weren't there and you don't know them. So if I were you, I'd just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and
And
coming
get
to you,
rid of them
shot.
damn braids.
And coming to you, shot. I think the thing that he said he know what hatred looks like, and that's
Yeah.
hatred. And how
You
can
know why?
you?
Because black people hate him being married to white women.
We talking the sports aspect.
What you married one?
Yeah. So
Oh,
so,
God damn, Pharaoh.
So my thoughts to you, shot is
Yo,
this.
just playing, man. I love you, dog.
Shout
I'm gonna tell Jen.
yeah, shout my question to you is what was RG3 what he said taken out of context in your opinion?
RG3 could suck a fat dick. You understand?
God damn, Puffy.
God damn.
That's what he could do. He could put baby oil over it, everything, and suck a fat dick just coming out of nag on another nigga's ass with his damn stupid ass. That's what RG3
damn.
could do.
Yeah, and I understand.
Listen.
What an animal.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about this whole thing started with him saying he knows what hate looks like. Nigga, you went to Baylor.
Well,
First of all,
Baylor's a racist ass school.
Let's go ahead and since RG3 want to go ahead and call Ryan Clark, because what Ryan Clark said has merit.
Exactly.
There's no way in God's
now,
green earth.
don't get into that yet. I want you to get into that. I want you to stick to the comment because we got
Hey,
that
man,
coming
you
up in a
always
minute.
put the trailer before the horse, man. Calm
That's right.
down, man.
That's why I got to bring him back.
Okay.
So I want you to talk about the comment.
I'm not done. Y'all made your point, and I'm gonna go ahead and back the hell up like y'all said. Let me finish what I gotta say. This is the same, mind you, this is the same RG3
Right, Joe.
that had to go on freaking daggone TV and apologize for a racial slur on ESPN. That's the same RG3. This is the same RG3 that was calling his teammates out and having a problem with his coach on Twitter. This is the same RG3. This is the same RG3 that had the owner of the Washington Redskins at the time personally come to his wedding and help plan his wedding. Don't get me started on RG3. You understand? Yes, he might have a law degree and this, that, and the other, but that didn't give you the right to. He does.
His new name is Stephen.
He does have a law degree. The bottom line still remains. RG3 said something and he stuck his foot in his mouth, and him saying, my bad. What I meant to say was, but he's trying to go at Ryan Clark. Mind you, this is the same dude that defended him while he was there. So RG3 could suck a big one.
Hey, my thing about what RG3 said was that he said that he knows what hatred looks like, and that basically he hate that the Angel Reese hate her on the court and basically off the court. And that's the part that I didn't get. Yeah. And then he said that it was sports related. Now he's saying that it's sports related. But when he said it, it was personal. But when he said that, somebody else had something to say. And of course, my man Ryan Clark, I don't think he bites his tongue. He had something to say, and RG3, he didn't like what he heard.
RG3 called what Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Caitlin Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate, because I think he also understands the hate of self. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what Black women have to endure in this country, about what young Black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom.
Ryan Clark didn't like my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And that's fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm going to have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not agree with it. But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. I didn't make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is. But Ryan, you crossed the line, man. You made it personal and some. I really believe there should be no space in sports media for personal attacks. I've said it before. But certainly personal attacks against wife and children have always been off limits. Ryan, you attacked me and my family in a public forum on a level that shows just how low of a human being you are.
Hey, and I'll come back to you, Matt Professor. When I heard that, he made it personal when he said that about Angel Reese. It wasn't basketball related. He made it personal. Ryan Clark checked him, said what he said. Now it sounds like he's trying to play the victim, in my opinion.
Of course, that's what white people do. That's what white people do. They say something stupid, do something stupid, and when they get called out on it, they act like you calling them out is the bigger part of the problem. Because RG3, number one, you're the reason I stopped watching ESPN's coverage of black football because you sucked at it. He as a commentator, he fucking sucked at it. But to say that he's attacking your family, nah, nigga, he ain't attacking your family. He attacking you. He talking about your dynamic, the way you look at shit. And the way you look at shit, like Joe said in the comment, is a lot of media members are trying to kindle interest in WNBA by making a Bird Magic kind of contrast, because Bird Magic brought the NBA back into where it had been before and where it had lost a lot. So, you know, him attacking or saying what he said about RG3's family life or home life, it may have been out of line, but it's not far from the truth, because Ryan Clark's not the only fucking person that's ever said this shit. Yeah. Never the only person. In fact, most people on ESPN said they had a problem with RG3 walking around parading his wife like she was some kind of trophy because he has a white woman. And that's part of his fucking problem, is now he wants to play victim for calling out a black woman on some bullshit that he knows goddamn well, because hell, I saw him take hits and jump up and fuss about it. So he can shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like I said in my last comment.
Yeah. And Pharaoh, and that's the thing, because if you watch the video when he said that about Angel Reese, his wife is sitting in the background, basically shaking her head. So to me, he put her in the situation. If she wasn't in the video, you know what I'm saying? So, and then of course, you know, the video is much longer than that. For show purposes.
Because man on the street, didn't you show some stupid? Was it a commercial or some bullshit that he showed with him in bed, or his wife in bed, and she woke up ugly? So she switched to him.
Yeah. She took the melatonin.
Yeah,
the melatonin. Yeah.
Fucking stupid ass.
Yeah. Sparrow,
and that sweatshirt he had on proved the point while he was sitting there trying to call somebody out. So
I like that, Joe.
Being said, like I said, RG3 has put himself in a position because, like Matt Professor said, he parades his wife. He said he likes milk and cookies. You know, so you have created this issue with your own family because you put him out there. You put her out there. And now when somebody calls you on it, you want to play victim, like Matt Press said. White folks want to do that. They want to play victim.
Not all white folks. Let me put that caveat. Not all white folks, but a lot of them.
But I'm tell you what, if they know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Can I jump in here?
Yeah, go ahead, Spike.
So my question to RG3 is. My question to RG3 is, as a black man living in America in the daggone society that we're living and in the reality that we're living in right now, did he think him making that statement, as educated at quote unquote he so is, does he think that was a smart thing to say?
Yeah, he got a banana in the tailpipe.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, because of the circle that he runs in.
Okay,
right. You know, you could say things. You could say things like that because even Ryan Clark, he made it be known. Who Keith Olbermann, oh yeah, get him RG3. Portnoy dude, the dude over Barstool. Oh yeah, you know Jason Whitlock. Oh, he loves that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The people, because I see a lot of people saying that Ryan Clark is simping for Angel Reese. No, he's stating his opinion, and I'm talking
Right.
about people of color. I'm talking about people of color saying that he's simping. And I'm saying to myself, why can't he say what he said? You know, we can have difference of opinion. You may not like my opinion,
Can I ask
but he's standing up for somebody else, and he basically told RG3, man, brother, you should have known better. But like I said in one of my videos, RG3 is one of the brothers that think raisins go in potato salad.
so true,
Yeah,
true
I
that.
saw that.
So the thing that
Yeah, that
the
shit
thing
was
that's
funny.
the saddest part about this whole thing with RG3 is he is trying so hard to get back at ESPN. He's willing to say and do anything. Because you remember RG3 was also on Saturday mornings with the daggone college football,
They called it
as well as
football.
Monday
Yeah.
night. And then he had all this other stuff going on until he started getting into trouble with his mouth. Now, this is not the first. RG3's first wife
Right.
and him went, you know, whatever. And this is his second wife.
Yeah.
So my thing is, bro, you obviously have a type. You obviously have somewhere where you want to be comfortable. The things that black women have gone through and the things that daggone black women still go through in sports. You got the nerve to go out here and say some shit like that? All he is saying is, bro, there is no reason. You saying that. You have a white woman at home. How can she relate? She can't relate. She's had every opportunity to succeed in this country, where every black woman in this country got to work 2 times as hard just to get the same attention.
I would say I would say that every woman of color. Yeah, I just want to say black women, because we got other races out there that are not Caucasian that catches just as much
I
hell.
understand that, but I can only speak to my truth.
I got you.
And what
I got you. Okay, I got you.
I can only speak to my truth. And I'm speaking my truth from what I have seen constantly in this country since I got here in 1984. You have slavery movies. You got all this. Why is black people always dying in the movies? Why? They just daggone was talking shit about Sinners, because Sinners is doing something that daggone all the other white movies wasn't doing. And RG3 is playing right into that bullshit, which is why I never liked this ass coming out of Baylor. I personally hope John Gruden should have daggone let his ass run and get hit till his ass daggone couldn't walk.
Now, I'm not gonna say that now. I don't wish no ill will on the brother like that, Shawty. But hey, that's your opinion.
That's how I feel. I don't give
but coming to you, Tim Dog. My issue is that basically he's saying that Angel Reese. If you listen to his old thing, I tried listening to it, but the motherfucker got corny to me. Yeah. He said that look, he's about to she was about to cold cocker. Oh, you know, Angel Reese. I mean, Caitlin Clark wouldn't be able to play basketball ever again. So basically, he's building that stereotype of the angry black woman, like Joe said, and that in certain segments. Oh, they love to hear that. But then I don't think he was expecting the response that he get from what he said. Tim
Jason Whitlock agreed with him.
Jason
Whitlock.
We know who that is.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. To me, like a lot of blacks who want to be important, lose identity of themselves. Tim Scott, Clarence Thomas, and to me, it just shows their lack of respect, self-awareness, and their lack of empathy for their own race, because they feel as though it's our fault that we are this way. They feel as though we can do better. Just because they had the opportunity to do better doesn't mean that everyone has that opportunity. And when given that opportunity, they graciously want to thank those who've given them the opportunity. And that's where they lose their identity. Oh, you speak so well.
Oh God.
One of those kind of
I hate hearing that.
And it's sad, because to him that is acceptance, and to them that is acceptance. the acceptance of being accepted by white people, being congratulated, but it still perpetuates the same old stereotype of those type of people, whereas they get lost.
Yeah, I got you, and that takes us to the discussion because it seems as though that Angel Reese can't do nothing right. I mean, she
Right.
can't get upset. She can't get upset on the court, and she can't have an opinion because she has an opinion, or she's just sorry because she's not Caitlin Clark. So, Matt Professor, that's my question to you. Why does she seems to get all this goddamn hold on, I got my question. I wrote it down. What is it about Angel Reese that has a majority of people view her as the bad guy? I know she said that, hey, I could be the bad guy, I could be the villain, but anything that she does, oh, they want to make her the villain. And I think Jamel Hill says something very interesting. I should have downloaded the video.
That's
She said that she don't think that Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark. She just wished that she had her own story, because Caitlin Clark could go talk about anything and they won't even bring up Angel Reese. But as soon as Angel Reese does something, oh, they're gonna interject Caitlin Clark into the comment. So she can't have her own story. Her story always going to be tied to Caitlin Clark. So do you think that's one of the reasons why she gets so much hate?
Well, she she gets hate because up until they both got to the WNBA, Angel Reese head to head is beating Clark in high school, in college. She's beating her head to head. So the fact that Caitlin has to be the victim of this of Angel Reese and her outspokenness, because that's the other thing with most black athletes. You're not allowed to speak your mind the way you choose to do so.
Yeah.
Without coming off as belligerent, angry, militant, everything else, every other adjective they'll give to us when we speak our mind.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Angel Reese has always been an outspoken young lady. It's like we said about black quarterbacks like Shedeur. You can't have the same bravado and confidence that your counterparts have, that your lighter skinned counterparts have. You have to show some kind of humility or they don't like you. And the fact that she says fuck y'all and y'all humility, they hate that about her.
Yeah.
They're not going to shut her up.
Yeah, and that's the part I don't understand. And Pharaoh, the same thing. Like Jamel Hill said, that Caitlin Clark, she's able to talk about anything, and they don't even bring up Angel Reese. But that Angel Reese have let's say she scored, let's say hypothetically, she scored 30 points, 30 rebounds, and somebody probably said, but you didn't do that against Caitlin Clark. Well, how can she can't have her story? Because they always seems like they want to make her the villain. Pharaoh.
How do you answer this? Black athletes always have to be 10 times more, have more humility than everybody else. We saw what happened with the NFL is one of the biggest showcases of the difference in the ethnicities, I should say. And now that Caitlin Clark doing her college, she was already having commercials. They ain't won nothing.
Right.
So, you have to, I guess, building her up to bring in more views, you have to have something to give her a rival. And she's important to the WNBA, whereas Angel Reese is not. And I believe that's one of the big reasons that Robert Griffin thinks that he need to jump in and have something to say, is because he supports that. He comes from, and that's what's crazy. He comes from a dual black family, military is that as well. And it's like, I want to know what his parents are really saying about what is going on with him. Are they supporting him, or are they like calling him up to hey man, you need to calm down on what's happening? I don't, I like to know that dynamic too. But I do believe that they want Caitlin Clark to be the money grabber, and Angel Reese to be the villain, so they can build up the rivalry, as Joe said.
First,
yeah, and let me ask you this before you say what you got to say, Shasta. Even though they're trying to build that rivalry, Angel Reese should be able to have her own story,
exactly.
Not tied to Caitlin Clark, because they're gonna play. There's only 12 or 13 teams in the WNBA.
Yeah, ain't that many.
So they're gonna play each other more often than none. So every time they play, Caitlin Clark gonna have the white cape on, and of course Angel Reese gonna have the black mask on, like she's about to steal something, or like RG3 said, the hatred of to see Caitlin Clark achieve the stardom that I guess Angel Reese. But if you look at it, Angel Reese, she shined just as bright as Caitlin Clark in some circles. Your thoughts?
Look, now they pick and choose what they want to put mainstream, and RG3 knows this. You understand? He knew what the hell he was doing. Angel Reese has been compared. Number one, LSU. Shaq went to LSU, and Shaq came out and said, Angel Reese is probably the closest to me when it comes to the board dominance. He said that. Now, when Caitlin Clark got drafted to the Indiana Fever, where did she go to school?
Oh,
Iowa.
That's
Right
right
down the street.
That's right next door.
Wait, down the street.
When's the last? Okay, are they going to do the same thing to Paige Beckers and Juju Watkins when Juju Watkins got hurt? Are they going to do that same thing when Juju Watkins come out and Paige Beckers? Are they going to put them against each other?
No, they already have their villain.
yeah, they already have their and that's the question that I'm asking. You know, why do so many people? Because I read the comments. Oh my goodness! If you read the comments, and then on top of that, what wasn't it making like monkey
People
noise?
are sheep, man.
What was it making like monkey noise during that game towards Angel
Yeah,
Reese?
of course.
And that's what I'm
They
trying
always
to say.
do.
They did what?
Make monkey noise.
I didn't. Well, you know, I haven't watched the game, so I didn't hear.
Oh yeah. The WNBA had to put out a statement. They had to put out a statement saying that we would not tolerate that coming from our fans towards our players. Oh,
Hey man, Trump got everybody saying what they want to say, man.
But my question, Shawty, is why is it that she gets so much hate? You know, we done got past the Robert Griffin. Why is it that she's getting so much hate when she really doesn't deserve that, in your opinion?
Because she's pretty, she's good, and they have to go ahead and take her down. You see what I'm saying? It's not one of them things. It's the same thing I could keep coming back to when it comes to sports in America. There's always this thing about the great white hype. They want to make a white person the face of everything so bad, they're willing to daggone throw anybody under the bus to prove, and then they go ahead and try to throw all this shit in there to convince society that Caitlin Clark is the be all end all. No, they did it with boxing. They did it with golf. They did it with tennis. It's nothing new in America. All I gotta say is Burkina Faso, they over there inviting black people over there. I think we should all just go on over there and leave this country and see how well the damn America acts. Because this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Man, we can go to the moon. They'll find a way to come fuck with us at the moon, man.
Yeah, and Tim Dog, and that's what I'm trying to say. Why does Angel Reese has to be the villain in this story when the WNBA should be trying to praise all their players? Because they're not. I don't think they had a profit since
they didn't. Since inception, they haven't.
Yeah. So instead of trying to make this a good versus bad, they should just be like, hey, these girls out there playing their ass off, but even though Caitlin Clark probably is the shining star that they see right now, but Angel Reese ain't no slouch, but she's always seems to be the one that happened to be the villain of the story. Tim Dog.
WNBA marketing is like that. I mean, when you see WNBA commercials, you see different players together, but do you see them two together? I mean,
I ain't thought about that.
To me, it's just a conspiracy of them trying to get ratings by creating this rivalry, but it's gone full-blown crazy now that we have a president who doesn't care about any other race but his own.
Facts.
So, you know, you have that mentality of, oh, we can say and do whatever the hell we want because the president is. And as I'm just saying that's the mentality.
No. I wasn't. It wasn't on you. I was going to push back against the idea that the WNBA purposely pushes it like that. It's not.
No. I'm not
WNBA,
saying
it's the
purposely.
No, not
but
to
they're
you.
not
I'm
doing
like,
anything to
not
make
to
it
you. I'm
seem
saying in general, it's not the WNBA that promotes this mentality. It's the media itself that does this shit.
I would agree.
The WNBA can advertise and say, "Hey, fuck that."
WNBA has been promoting both of them since they were going to be drafted into the league. Period. It's the media that goes, "Hey, our golden white girl Caitlyn has been accosted by this abrasive ass Negro," and that, I mean, that's pretty much what it all comes down to.
Can I
That's
say
what
this?
it comes down to.
Tim Dog, this is what I think what Tim Dog is trying to say. Tim Dog, I'm gonna let you speak for yourself. You remember Magic and Bird? They built that hyped up, and then of course they did that commercial together.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I think it was McDonald's commercial. You know, it was a Converse. It was a Converse commercial. It wasn't McDonald's. Converse.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Converse. The Magic had the Bird Converse, all black and white, I believe, and Bird and Magic was yellow. It was a Converse commercial, and they did the commercial down in where Larry Bird is from.
In French Lick, yeah.
Yeah, and then they say that after that, after the commercial, because Magic said he couldn't stand Bird. He didn't hate him, but the rivalry, but he got to know him. And then when he said he went to the house, and his mom actually said, "Did you tell him?" And he said, "No, I ain't tell him yet." And he said, "What? Tell me what?" He said that my mom said you her favorite player. And he said once he said that, it kind of made them to be more comfortable with one another. So I think that's what Tim Dog is trying to say. The WNBA could do something like that commercial to show that, hey, these are not rivalries. Even if they don't mean it, they could put out something like that to kill the media to have the stigma of good versus evil. Tim Dog, I'm gonna let you speak for yourself.
No, you said it exactly. I mean, out of sight, out of mind. And to me, the WNBA is doing it purposely to see if the ratings going up. But ethically, that's wrong. You don't sit there and allow the media to create something that's not there and you not say or do anything. It's just ridiculous.
One of the greatest things, to Tim Dog's point, one of the greatest greatest moments in American history that stands so big for me when it comes to this racial thing is when that senator in Arizona stood up and said, no. Obama is not that. He's a good man. American.
McCain.
You see, they don't learn from stuff like that. You see, that was an opportunity for America to say, you know what, McCain is right, but they didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? This is the same shit they're doing in reverse. I'm telling you.
I got you. But my thing about this situation that WNBA need all the help they could get, and I don't think they're going about it the right way. I agree with Tim. What he says that they should try to do some type of commercial to show some type of camaraderie between those two. For the fans in Indiana, we all know that Indiana is a racist state. I know y'all hate to say that. One of the biggest Ku Klux Klan ever is out of Indiana, and for them to be making monkey noise, that's a shame on them. And if the WNBA didn't say anything, it'd have been a shame on them as well. Mm-hmm. But fellas, man, good conversation. Just a quick side note before we go to the next subject. The tush push is still in effect.
Yep.
Just let y'all know. The tush push, the brotherly shove is still in effect.
When somebody jammed their hands up, Jalen Hurts' ass to push him over the
goal line. That's right.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, but it's still
no, that's full Diddy there. I'm sorry.
That's right. But we had taken.
Hey, you know what? I put baby oil on the ball before they snap it.
You don't need to say nothing else for the rest.
I just want to say it's still in effect. But speaking of football, man, y'all before we get into this, man, a lot of people was talking about this. They done took breakdancing away. Now we have flag football. Oh, man,
come on.
Got breaking NFL news. Team owners have approved a proposal allowing NFL players to participate in flag football at the 28 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. Now, that proposal will need final approval from the Players Association. There would be a limit of one player per NFL team on each national team participating. So you can't have two United States players from one team. There would also be a salary cap credit for any player who's injured while participating.
I'm coming to you first, Pharaoh, on this, man. What are your thoughts on this, man?
I think they're showcasing what the NFL is about to become. That's what I see.
Yeah, and this is my question. And I'm glad you said it. Has the NFL made another move to make the American football more global with allowing NFL players to play in the 2028 Olympics?
They're trying hard. What? I think they're supposed to be in Japan or something next year, or in Brazil.
I thought it was in America.
Yeah, it's in LA.
It's in LA.
Yeah, no, next year.
Yeah.
No, I mean this season coming up. Are they playing in like Brazil or
to open the season? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Brazil.
Yeah. It's of course it's another attempt to bring football more global, but they'll never beat soccer. So I don't know why they keep trying. Soccer is always going to be number one globally. So and like I said before, I think we was talking about it before. Only the teams that lose the Super Bowl get the jerseys sent out there. So hell, why you keep pushing this narrative? I don't understand it. But flag football is what the NFL is becoming anyway. So you can't touch nobody. It's almost like basketball. You can't hand check nobody. You can't even stiff arm somebody off the line anymore. So I just think it's garbage. I'm not gonna be watching it. So
and I think coming to you, shout to they're trying to make it more worldly because now females could play. Now you got female flag football league spot popping up. They even got, I think even high school, they got flag football team.
Powder
Yeah. So is it a good move on the NFL part, or do you think it's a bad move?
It's terrible. It's freaking terrible. The Olympics stem from the Greek, from the Roman Colosseum, where you have athletes going up against each other to come
amateur.
Yes. My thing is, bro, the reason why the United States of America is pushing this flag football thing is because the United States of America is not the dominant people in the Olympics like they used to be. They're trying to put as many sports in the Olympics where we can dominate and come out on top. Because guess what? There was a time that diving, we were the shit. When Greg Louganis and all them was doing it, we ain't that anymore. China's got that. They can't dominate in soccer no more. They can't dominate in gymnastics no more. So
basketball.
We have to put something in the Olympics where the United States could say, like we said at the beginning of the sports podcast, where we could simply say that the United States are the ones, we're the daggone ones that set the trends. No, it don't work that way. Flag football it's gonna be just like breakdance. Ain't nobody gonna want to play that joint.
Gotcha.
Going out there, I want to see crew on all them sports that we don't usually watch and see the athletes go out there and give their best. Period. Stop putting these shits in there trying to daggone make America great again. Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
Gotcha. Your thought, Matt Professor. Flag football in the 2028 Olympics and the NFL players, but they already was going to do it. Flag football was already
doing it.
They was already doing it, but now the NFL players could actually play. And you heard what they say, one per team, I guess. And basically, they're trying to capitalize just like the NBA. The NBA, when the first dream team, they made basketball global. That's why we have so many foreign players playing in the NBA right now, because they got a chance to see Michael Jordan. They got a chance to see Bird, Magic, people that they saw on TV, but the Olympics, everybody tuned into that. And I think that the NFL is trying to capitalize on that with letting their players play in flag football in the 2028 Olympics. Your thoughts, Matt Professor?
Well, first off, man, on the street, fuck you, because I had to quickly come up with something to be angry about, and this was it. After you ruined my Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese shit. So for the second fucking segment in a row, I'm pissed at you, nigga, and that's what my shit gonna be about. But
I am tired of this shit.
Just wait there, son.
But to answer the question, it's not to make it global, because quite honestly, the fact that there are multiple overseas games show it's already pretty global.
Yeah.
And they, wherever they go, they sell out, whether or not it's actually honest sellouts or not.
Yeah.
It's sold out. They perform in sold out arenas. But the issue I have with it is, do they not remember what was his name? Robert Edwards, who was, I think, running back for
for the Cleveland Browns.
But no, Patriots.
Well, yeah, they're playing in the
flag football on the sand. He tore up every tendon in and around his damn knee.
Yeah.
Never was able to play football again. And we already fucking have NFL flag football. It's called the fucking Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
We see the shit in the Pro Bowl. Yeah. And I mean, it's pathetic. I don't want fucking pros. In fact, the Dream Team was a cool thing because nobody thought they'd ever see all of these players on one team.
Yeah.
And now the fact we got to do this shit over and over and over again every damn Olympics is driving me crazy.
Stupid.
And it's got
that, Professor, and something else with the Dream Team, and it goes back to what Charlotte was saying. We were sending our collegiate players,
right?
But their players was basically playing pro ball.
And that's what I'm about to get at.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm about to get at. We sent pros because every other country has their pro leagues, and they were able to play.
That's right.
And we weren't, the US wasn't able to do that. So they changed the rule to allow the NBA players to go. But the thing of it was, even though these leagues have been playing pro, they weren't winning the fucking gold medals.
That's correct.
The US was still winning.
Way better.
So there was really no need to send our pros to play. We just wanted to do it because everybody else was doing it. Yeah. And now, and that's the problem now. You want to look at it like this. Didn't last year they had a pro league, a pro tackle league play in from around the globe, not pro, but tackle league players from around the globe. And didn't Japan or China beat the US like 52-0 or some shit like that?
I think so.
We talked about it briefly over the fall. NFL players, I don't care if it's just one player. One, how do you select which player goes? And two, does that player actually want to play 17 games in a pro league and then play in the goddamn Olympics? Or maybe by 2028, 18 games. Who's going to want to do that shit? Even if it's flag football, it takes effort.
I got you. And Tim Dog will be the optimism. Tim Dog, I love it. Go ahead, Tim Dog. Your thoughts?
My thing is, did any of y'all play flag football while y'all were in the Army?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I tore my knee up.
Okay. Oh, I never tore my knee up. I even won a championship.
Well, you got to play first, Tim Dog.
No, I played.
Like that's coming.
I have a trophy for
to back it up.
Thank you. But anyway,
Water Boy get a trophy.
Yeah. Speaking of water, you need some on your feet. Anyway,
that's right. Go ahead.
No, my thing is, you play flag football now. It's NFL sponsored in schools, recreation centers.
That is true.
And in colleges, and the U.S. doesn't put games into the Olympics. It's the Olympic Committee who select these games.
That's true.
And the U.S. maybe vote on it, but they don't have the authority to put another game into the Olympics. And that being said, I think it was the players who, once they heard about the flag football, they were the ones lobbying to play. And as far as choosing, I guess it'd be a voluntary kind of thing. You know, who wants to play? And like you said, man, Professor, not everybody wants to do it, but there are some players who want to represent their country in playing flag football. It's not as dangerous as tackle football. It's pretty much a pussy game of football, but yet you playing it in the world stage. And to me, I agree with it. I mean, not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody wants to do it, but at least the NFL is giving those players the opportunity, just like in the NBA, because the reason why we have the Dream Team is because the United States got the bronze, the Olympics before, and everybody was like, what the hell's going on? Because of those college players. That's why the U.S. Olympic Committee decided to add the Dream Team, add the professionals, and create the Dream Team. So yeah, I like it. I love it. It's entertaining.
I knew what I tell you. I told you Tim Dog gonna say I love it. Didn't I say call me Negro Damas, because I'm right on point always. Boy, God damn it. I do Tim Dog gonna be like, hey, I love it. But
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it ain't fun.
but like I understand what they're trying to do, and like I say, it's a money grab by the owners. Hey, if we could get our players out there, we could get some more money, and that's what they're doing. And Tim Dog, I agree with you. I think the players wanted to play so they could represent their country, because they would probably never have a chance unless you are a track athlete that played, that actually ran track, been in the Olympics, and then play football. What's my man? Nehemiah. No, Nehemiah. Played for
Nehemiah Smith.
Oh yeah.
Play for I think back in the day with the
I think
49ers.
Yeah, I was about to say 49ers.
49ers.
I thought, yeah.
Played the 49ers. Yeah. So
Daryl Green played for the Washington Redskins, was killing daggone Olympic runners and daggone sprints.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you get that chance to represent your country. So we'll see. Hopefully nobody get injured. But like they say, they got a rule in that as well. They're trying to make the game more global. But just like Carol King said,
remember,
it's never going to be
for this. Not the
it's never going to be. It's never going to be more global.
But the owners had to vote on it.
Then
to give them permission.
Then it's never going to be more global than soccer.
Never.
Man, good conversation, fellas. I got one more question. I don't have a video, but with the release of the 2025-2026 NFL schedule released last week, how do you see your team finishing at the end of the season? Pharaoh King, what you got?
Say that one more again. How you say that?
With the release of the 2025-2026 NFL schedule released last week, how do you see your team finishing at the end of the season?
I'm gonna be optimistic, man. I'm hoping at least Super Bowl showing, but
okay.
Showing, but I'm gonna say probably playoffs. Just playoffs once again.
All right, I got you. What about you, Shata?
Is Baker Mayfield still our quarterback?
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere.
Ain't shit happening in Tampa.
All right, Dan. Matt Professor, you done lost your quarterback, so
good. He wasn't my quarterback. He was the quarterback of this fucking team. He wasn't my quarterback. That's just like saying Trump, my president. No, motherfucker, he's the president of this country. He ain't my president.
I got it.
The fuck you talking about? Saints finished 5-12 last year. I see us better this year, 6-11.
I got
God damn.
Wait, so the Saints don't have a quarterback at all?
The rookie and the rookie and second year and third year and the fourth year and the rookie.
Yeah, that's right.
They're gonna have to make a move, man.
No, we don't.
But they're gonna try to build within. You got to see what you got. They got a new head coach, and
exactly.
And then we see and see what you got with the quarterback position. Hopefully the guy will pan out. Hopefully the offensive line can block, because we all know how rookie quarterbacks
Well, if they got a chance, they're gonna split it with Tampa. So,
but I'm just saying, and that we'll see. So Tim Dog, what about your boys? How you see them boys panning out this year?
Actually, I see them panning out good. The thing that gets me is why is Baltimore?
Yeah, okay.
Because he already said about the Commanders, and the Commanders, they look pretty good. They got a nice schedule other than the NFC East. But my question is, why is it that every year Baltimore have to play the Chiefs? They always do that.
Because it's a money game.
I'm like,
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, man.
Yeah,
that's the biggest game in the AFC.
Yeah, that's a money game. We want to see. Everybody wants to see Patrick Mahomes still be that golden boy, and see if Lamar could get over the hump and beat. I don't think he beaten Patrick Mahomes
once.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen. He might do well because he was a guest appearance on Raising Canaan. So he might do well this year. So
As for me, man, as for my Eagles, man, I think that schedule. I think we got the fourth hardest schedule out of everybody.
The NFC East has the toughest schedule in the
it's
NFL
going to be.
this year.
And looking at those first four
Giants
games,
don't count.
Them first 4 games is going to be some burdens, but it's going to be what it's going to be. But hey, hopefully we'll be back in the Super Bowl. I want to see us go back to back. But if we don't, hey, at least I had last year.
You gonna make it somewhere that you gonna come out on top.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Man, Professor, tell them why you mad. Man, Professor, Tell us why you're mad, my brother.
Other than you ruining my shit, my segment today. I always come up with more than 2 or 3 ideas. I just like the other 2. Excuse me. Jason Owens rather, is a writer for Yahoo Sports. And he put out an article earlier today, that with the tagline, Cam Ward's contract worth more than 10 times Shadour's deal. No shit, asshole. One was the number 1 pick. One was a fucking 7th round pick. No shit. His contract is worth more. And here's the shit about it. You open up this article because I just had to open it up out of stupid, morbid curiosity. And it don't mention Shedeur Sanders' name one fucking time. So again, you have somebody who's trying to raise up their profile by putting the name of someone with a higher profile in their fucking title and not mention this person at all. Jason Owens, you a garbage writer, because I read more than one of your articles after I read this one today and realized you were full of shit. All your articles are full of shit. Yahoo Sports, your shit as a sports entity anyway. I stopped playing your fantasy 15 years ago. Not 15, but 5 years ago. Yahoo, just quit sports. I know y'all one of the largest online information aggregates. Stop fucking doing your own sports. Okay, just get it from everybody else, and it can still be the same amount of garbage you putting out now.
Now, I agree with him, because the fact that I do play fantasy football, and that's the only thing I do on that damn site.
I got you. And like I say, Matt Professor Harper taking your topics. And of course, that's Matt Professor. Tell him why you're mad with his co-host, Shaka.
I'm just now reading Joe's last comment about rugby players playing flag. Nah, they can't rough them up. You can't touch in flag football.
You can't touch them at all.
You can't block with your hands. You got to use your body.
Yeah, you can't do that. But before we go to Shouter though, Pharaoh King sent me this. Just in case you missed this.
Up in the air.
That might fall.
And it does.
Look at this. We got nobody covering second base.
And he hustles, and nobody's covering third either.
Unbelievable.
And he gets all the way in third. There's nobody at the plate.
Home.
And he will. Did he get him? Got him.
I have never seen that.
I ain't never seen that before either. Pharaoh King.
Hey, obviously he needs to get some type of
what was the NCAA
training, because that boy was running with a damn trailer on.
I know that, right?
It was college baseball, but I was just bad coaching all the way around.
Right.
Hey, there was no coaching. He wouldn't even look at the base coaches. He just realized that nobody was on the base. He just kept going.
Yeah.
But see, he did his part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The defense on the field didn't do theirs, because the pitcher knows if the catcher leaves home, the pitcher covers home.
Go to first. Go to home base or first.
Go to home. Third base is always covered by short field if third has to move. I mean, I don't fucking play baseball and never have, and I know how you're supposed to run defense. Them boys are garbage. And again, King, I'm only disagree. Your boy wasn't running with a trailer. He was just shocked he was still running.
Really? Good tag by the man though, to be able to come from.
Yeah, when he got that close, I'm like, he got him.
Yeah.
But that's what good. I like that one, King. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Shouter Today in Sports. Shouter, what you got for us today, my brother?
Yes, brethren. I have a little something for you. It's I was going down the list of which one I was going to choose to talk about today, but the only one that really made the list that I really think that we should talk about is 1996, year before I joined the Army. I mean, after I joined the Army. Ken Griffey Jr. became the youngest player to hit 200 home runs in 1996. Before I go, I just wanted to go ahead and quote somebody else. There's a sports quote that I wanted to put out for a lot of people that went along with this. And this quote is as follows: when you're playing against a stacked deck, compete even harder. Show the world how much you'll fight for the winner's circle. If you do, someday the cellophane will crackle off your fresh pack, one that belongs to you, and the cards will be stacked in your favor. Pat Riley.
I got you. Well, Pat Riley can't even remember that phrase now. The way he what he doing in Miami Heat right now. but man, thank you for that, my man. Shouter. Today in sports. Oh man, it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, whoa. You might have to find a new goddamn topic because we running out of weird sports. Not. Because they're always some fool trying to make something up. We done gave you extreme ironing. We done gave you
Lord have mercy.
The roach race. We done gave snail race. We had the rat race last week. We had the hamster race. Yeah, the ferret in the plants.
Snorkeling in the mud.
Fellas, I had the perfect video. I'm gonna tell you what it was before we get to this one. I had the perfect video, but then I had to look on Facebook, make sure I wasn't breaking none of their rules. If it was on YouTube, I could have played the video. What the video was naked rugby. Oh yeah, they got their ass out, dick out, playing rugby.
We don't. This is a family show.
Exactly. That's why I had to check the Facebook, make sure, because it was a lot of goddamn nudity.
They showed Pumpkin Regatta the other day on some shit.
So the man on the street had to dig deep. Y'all know I had to dig deep to find this right here. Now we all done did this growing up.
Oh my!
I know we all done did this growing up.
It just hit me why he wanted to show naked rugby. Remember the conversation Friday, fellas?
Yeah.
Donkey.
Man, fuck y'all, man.
I'm seriously not making this up. Cardboard tube dueling is as the name implies. It's fighting with cardboard tubes. Players must hit each other and break their opponent's cardboard tube without breaking their own. If time expires, a referee will measure both tubes, and the tube that has bent the least wins the duel. There's no stabbing or lunging, no hitting to the face, and cardboard armor and shields are optional. There's even a pro league dedicated to cardboard tube combatants.
Okay, Mad Professor. I told you I dig deep. Your thoughts?
What's funny is you showed this shit, and I saw an article about this Sunday, and I was gonna send it to you. I'm like, I'm not sending this man this bullshit. I am not gonna send this man this bullshit, and this the bullshit you bring up. Professional tube fighting, and they measure who has the longest tube at the end.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure yours not bent as much.
So you still bringing up your crush, huh?
I'm just saying. Hey, man, I'm
still bringing up shit about your crush, huh? Man on the street. That's all the fuck I'm gonna say.
Peyronie's disease.
No,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Pharaoh King, your thoughts, man?
What the hell is it to think?
See, live action role playing,
like they got cardboard like night outfits on. What?
Yeah.
And how long do you think the damn tube made out of cardboard gonna last?
Just as long as
she wants it.
Hey, just as long as those goddamn cardboard straws we had, man, didn't last at all.
Once again, the color of the folks, the ball.
The dominant race right there.
We did that as kids for a reason.
I told you. That's what I said. We did it as kids, but
our cardboard tubes was the old gift wrapping
Yeah.
Shit, Brown got rid
That's
of.
what those are. That's what those
the,
are.
aluminum foil too.
That's right, because those were the tougher ones.
Yeah. Shout your thoughts, man.
Yeah, though. Them
And
people.
I don't have anything to say other than this. Why didn't you put the thing that you sent out to my on my phone this week with the man them flipping up on the pole? Why you never put that on there?
Yeah. I think I sent that out.
Been a business. This one you should have put out on here. What kind of foolishness? You know, in Jamaica, grown man, those are grown men.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me, say you take the time to go out there to cut out some cardboard to put on your body, and then you bigger.
Joe said he gonna go limp.
They can't take place in the ring. Yeah, they can't.
Well,
do
it can't. Even their armor gonna fall apart.
Oh shit!
Yo, the last time I see something like that, what movie was that? When the little boy Adam Sandler and somebody else tonight them dress up and play a night. That's just as bad as Robert Griffin's Pokemon collection that he had when he made that damn stupid ass comic.
I got you, man. Hey, man, it is what it is. Tim Dog, your thoughts, man?
Hey, I agree with Joe. Can't do this in the rain. Like, this is strictly a sunny day occasion only.
But like I say, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you stuff that you might not be able to go out there and play actual football or flag football. You might not be able to run, but you could get that goddamn Christmas wrapping tube and go at it. Oh man, you just got to find you another fool to do it with. And there's a lot of them out there because they even got a league.
Not on this forum, they don't.
Hey man, but that's what we here for though. We bring the joy. You might have a bad day and you might say to yourself, man, I got no old wrapping paper. We're gonna get this tube out.
Are you honestly trying to go ahead and explain this?
Yeah, because I'm gonna get me a damn make me a suit of paper. And I'm gonna
no. I know your entire family. That is not gonna fly.
I know we all got enough Amazon boxes to decorate ourselves.
Hell yeah. Matter of fact, I got to go put together something for my wife after this right now from Amazon. Ooh, so I can get me a nice uniform. Get me some paint.
That's right. You got sleeves, legs, and everything.
Y'all stop shopping at Amazon.
My stuff a robot. That's what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, that's our weird sport of the week. Hey, like I say, we always try to bring you something that you never thought of. But Mad Professor, you saw it first. But ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Pharaoh King Trivia Question of the Week. Pharaoh King, what you got for us this week?
All right, this is we staying with the NBA with this question.
In the lottery era, which team has drafted number 1 overall the most since 1985?
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
1985?
Since 85. Shit, is it the 76ers?
No.
We got AI.
It's between damn.
I know the Pelicans had 2.
Yeah,
I think we had San Antonio.
No, Orlando.
Oh, I forgot about Orlando. No, I'm sticking with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'm going with Orlando.
I'm gonna stay with who I said.
Oh, you know, Oklahoma.
You say that just to fuck with me. That's why you say
it. That's why I'm sticking with it. Oh, I forgot about the clip show. That wasn't the answer. That Pharaoh didn't put that out, though, my dude.
Oh, Joe! God damn it, Joe! You done got me hyped.
And then it's 2 answers.
Yeah, I thought it right. Shit, you know, I would take the victory.
I forgot about the Clippers. Shit.
Yeah, I forgot about the Clippers too. What's the answer then?
Cavs.
Oh, I'm whipping y'all ass.
Whatever. That's Negro.
Because I know they got, what's my man that they say was
you
a
didn't
bust?
Say Cleveland.
They got the dude from Nevada. I did say Cleveland. I said the Cavaliers.
He said Cavaliers.
He said Cavs.
Anthony Bennett. That's who it was. That's what I'm talking about. Anthony Bennett. Yeah. Yeah. Kyrie. Yeah. Yeah. The
You
man
a
on the
lucky
street,
motherfucker,
boy.
man. I swear you be in my damn phone, man.
No, man. Because I knew they got LeBron. I knew they got Kyrie and my man Anthony Bennett. I remember him because that's the dude from the University of Nevada, I believe.
Yep.
That was garbage. That was the worst draft ever when he came out. And I forgot about Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins. I forgot that dude was had been in the league.
Because I think they traded Andrew Wiggins to bring LeBron back, I believe, when he came back to Cleveland. I think he was in that package.
Wiggins was
plays
junk.
for Denver now.
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas. He got
Wiggins
that trade.
And still
But-
junk.
But isn't he? Didn't he win a ring with Cleveland?
No,
Not
he
Cleveland. I
won
mean,
a ring
Golden
with
State.
Golden State. Yeah.
Golden State. Yeah. So yeah, he said I'm an NBA champion. But man, the man on the street. What's that? 10-2 now.
What the hell?
There ain't been no goddamn 10. This motherfucker here.
Man got his own.
That's like this year. Watch by the end of our pick 'em, he gonna be undefeated. Watch. Watch.
But thank you, Pharaoh King, for that great man for right in my wheelhouse. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Pharaoh King trivia question of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, I always like to leave you something to think about, something funny, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? Tim Dog, what you got for the people today, my brother?
Well, before gas stations in the early part of automobiles, I wonder where people used to get their gas from. When the automobile was first taken off, gas pumps as we know them today didn't exist. In fact, the very first motor vehicle were not powered by gasoline, but rather steam, electricity, in other cases, kerosene. In the early days, first cars. In the early days,
car.
Say what?
Your first vehicle.
Yeah, made of steam, kerosene, potato peels.
Everybody got the joke.
Man on the street beat me to it by like a half a second.
In the early days of oil drilling in the mid 1800s, when the first gas-powered car was still decades away, oil companies were making kerosene for lamps. Gasoline was not even a byproduct. Gasoline was just a byproduct of creating kerosene. In the 1890s, car inventors realized gasoline made great fuel and was once disposable, suddenly became valuable. In other words, they used to throw away the gasoline part and keep the kerosene part. In the early days of gas-powered vehicles, there weren't any gas stations to dispense the fuel, so customers bought gasoline the same way they bought kerosene, in a can at the pharmacy, blacksmith shops, or grocery stores. Although its invention, Sylvanus Freelove Bowser, didn't anticipated in the beginning, the pump originally designed for kerosene ended up being extraordinarily used for filling cars with gasoline. 1905, Bowser added a long hose to the one end of the pump so motorists could fill up curbside. While there's some disagreement on what the very first gas station was, the very first drive-up service station is usually cited as the Gulf Refining Company pump in downtown Pittsburgh in 1913. So there you have it.
Tim Dog, I need you to start getting some Crip notes. Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Clips. Yeah.
Oh, that was shortened.
Okay, I got
that. Was
that's like once they refine diesel, what's left is home heating oil.
Yeah. Hey, so my question, they still where you get kerosene from?
You can get kerosene from damn near anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I ain't had to see.
That's what the primary component of jet fuel is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just saying because I remember growing up, we had a kerosene heater. We had to go get kerosene.
We can get that from anywhere.
Lamps.
Okay,
we had oil heaters. You had the oil truck come and fill it up in the house.
Well, Tim Dog, shit, you had
they did just get cable in the fucking 80s. That's
and your lights were candles. Shit, everybody had one walking around like this. I see you.
As old as I am, I still have hair.
Yeah. I have hair too. It comes out my ears.
You only have hair because your hands made to grip the fucking brush.
In your nose.
They come out every place else except for the top of my head. But thank you for that, Tim Dog. Shout out. What you got for the people before we go, my brother?
I just want to wish everybody, it's the middle of the week. It's hump day. It's coming to an end. Let's finish out the week strong. And always remember, your opinion matters. Holla at your boy.
I got you. Mad Professor, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Oh, me. Okay. We all on here in our 50s. Don't fall into this trap of having to do mountain climbing and ship and zip lining and all this other shit to prove you're young, because the greatest thing you might accomplish in one day is putting on your fucking underwear without falling over.
Facts.
That's what I'm talking about. Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Hey man, I have a problem with my right leg trying to get in the underwear. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
That's that
Exactly.
So a blue whale's butthole can stretch approximately 3.5 feet, making it the second largest asshole on the planet.
Saw that coming.
Just behind people who talk on their speakerphone in public.
Saw that coming.
Yep. And Tim Dog, I know I'm coming back to you again.
I don't know why we needed to.
What you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Two hookers, they were hanging out on the corner, discussing business. And one of them said, "Ooh, business gonna be good today. I smell dick up in the air." The other one said, "Oh, excuse me, girl, I just burped."
Like you be burping on the goddamn microphone. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have anything, but I'm going to take the time to thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight, man. We had a good conversation, but make sure you tell a friend about us. Hey, it goes down every Wednesday night at 7:00. But before I go, Mad Professor, shout out your socials so the people can follow you, my brother.
You can find me at the madprofessor.1, the way you see it on your screen. Have to go around the mic. On Instagram and YouTube, and Mad Professor 1 on Blue Sky.
And that's what I'm talking about. Shout out your socials so the people can follow you, my brother.
See it down there. One Love Shatta, Blue Sky Social. There all the time, checking out things. So make sure you check out and join some of the conversations. There's a lot of great conversations on Blue Sky about the struggle of our people and our native land. So go ahead and get some history and some education about yourself. Holla at your boy.
And that's what I'm talking about. Pharaoh King, shout out your socials so the people follow you, my brother.
First, I would like to wish my Aunt Betty a speedy recovery. She's an ICU up there in Detroit, Michigan. Aunt Betty, get well soon. And then Pharaoh_71, Instagram, King Ryan, Facebook. Y'all know me.
All right. And of course, Tim Dawes. Shout out your socials so the people can follow you, my brother.
You can find me on Instagram, Father's Love 99. It's about me, my son, and my grandson.
And of course, you can find me, the Man on the Street, the Man on the Street show. You can also find us on the Better Than Sex Sports podcast on YouTube and Facebook. But you want to check us out on Friday night for 2 Cigars and a Blunt on Facebook and YouTube as well. Oh, man, we always have a good conversation. But you also want to stick around for the after show called Ashed Out. Man, I tell you, that's the best day of the best time of Friday for me, because we try to go straight, go right, but 99.9% be damn sure gonna go left. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Man on the Street,
Pharaoh King,
Tim Dog from Be More Careful,
the Mad Professor in the boot.
Shout out to Orlando.
Thanks, though.
And we are the Better Than Sex Sports podcast. Make sure you tell a friend and come check us out next Wednesday at 7:00. Peace.
Do that.